Hello, cats and kittens! Mama Cat Gamer here with another trip through Eorzea with Gavtia. We are currently at the level 27 quest called Come Highly Recommended. We actually have pretty much finished it up. But I want to do also the level 35 job quest because they give some nice skills. And so let's go get those done. I've got both the Bard and the Dragoon ones to do. Actually, I got to pick up the Dragoon one, so let's go do that. Kurth's Central Highlands we go. Then we're going to hop on our speeder and go south. Alright, I'll go down the stairs. Because we have to go down here to Albrecht. The Dragoon quest is really interesting. I think that's probably one of my favorite job quests. I haven't done them all, so I can't say that it's the best until I've played them all, but I really enjoy this one a lot. Albrecht says it is pleasing to see how readily the dragon stirs within you. You show great potential, Gav, a potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estinian is no ordinary dragoon. Even when set against the legendary Azures of ages past, the man is considered second to none. Such is his prowess, in fact, that the day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Haldrath the Dragon's Eye had been reborn. I mean not to disparage your skills, Gav, but to pursue Estinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the Dragoon, that you might face Estinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding our origins. It all began a millennium past when our forebears resided in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, impressed by the spirit of our ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Haldrath's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thordan, and bade him lead her people to the Promised Land, to what would become the great nation of Ishgard. Their journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thordan and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them, the great worm Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged at the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the worm, and fell to his death. Taking up his slain sire's lance, Haldrath hurled himself at Nidhogg, even as tears streamed down his face. The confrontation ended when the young man, his hand guided by Halone, landed a mighty thrust that prized out Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than the eye taken from Nidhogg that day. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon power. Even so removed from its owner, it can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldrath himself felt its malign influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldrath proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. Ah, but what is justice precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Gav, and none can say that one is greater than another. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of history. Let us return... enough of history, thank you. But enough of history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Brucemont will see to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witch Drop. Let's go up to Camp Dragonhead. Hope I don't aggro everything under the sun up here. Oh, we got to go down in this. Okay. You'll see a little down arrow, and I'm telling you this because I ran around this place trying to find it, first of all. There's a little spot where you can go down. Ah, there it is. See, even I had to look for it again. Be careful of this level 37 snope up here. Alright, so you go down this pathway. It's not immediately obvious. I see Vodariga there. You want to be careful there. The guy you need to talk to is down here. I'm going to hop off and summon my chocobo here. Send him to heal stance. Okay, Bruce Mo is here. So, the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Ha! Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion with your lance. Defend yourself. Now, I don't want to aggro everything under the sun here. So we're going to have him come to us. The dragon stirs within. I missed that little thing completely. Alright. Bruce Mo says, you have some skill, I will give you that. And the glow of your soul crystal. Perhaps Sir Albrecht was not wrong about you after all. Now, return to him. Your training here is complete. Okay. Now, I'm going to get out of here by quick traveling out. Because I really do not want to aggro level 38 things if I can avoid it. This area I'm actually kind of under-leveled for. Usually in this game you're over-leveled, but since I'm leveling 2 classes or jobs at the same time, I'm not as over-leveled as I could be if I hadn't been kind of mixing it up a little bit between dungeons and such, and quests. Albrecht! The soul of the dragon grows ever stronger within you, Gav. Clearly, your trial was a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you have only just begun to walk the path of the dragoon, it is clear you possess the talent to become Estinian's equal. Go forth and make the powers you have obtained your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. So I got elusive jump out of there. So that is a jump back. Alright. It also grants enhanced piercing talon. So if you need to escape out of danger, that's a good one to have. And I forgot to eat my eggs. Let's eat the eggs right now before I forget again. Now, I put my knockbacks, or my jumps back and my jumps forward in pretty much the same spot everywhere. That way, I don't have to think about where I'm needing to find it on each individual job, okay? So it's just a helpful tip for making my life easier, because, you know, continuity is a good thing, right? Especially when you're a, busy mom. Especially if you're working, you don't have a lot of time, and you could either devote your time entirely to one job, or if you like to play more jobs, making your life easier by putting like your heals in the same spot, Your limit break in the same spot, your sprint button in the same spot. That way you don't have to think about it from job to job to job. It's just wherever it is, it's always in that spot. You know, your main skills, not the ones that differ. All right. Let's go back to... Where do we got to go for the Archer quest? This one's going to give me Warden's Pan. Which is a cleanse, which is really nice. Removes one select detrimental effect from self or target party member. If the target is not enfeebled, a barrier is created, nullifying the target's next detrimental effect suffered. I don't get to use it as much because the healers usually cleanse things quickly, but there have been times where I have used it. Really? I don't have Wineport attuned? Or Costa del Sol? Oh, wow. I forget that I did the Limsa origin story, and this guy did the Gridania origin story. That's why I don't have it unlocked. All right, the quickest way to get to some of this. Let's go to Limsa, because there's a ferry over to Costa del Sol. I may as well open that up, too. I'm going to switch to Bard. I think we're going to go to the Fisherman's Guild. I think that's the correct ferry. There's multiple ferries. That's out of Limsa. Oh, yeah. This is the ferry I want. So we could go to Aleport, which I think I have unlocked. Pretty sure. Yeah. The music here is fun. It's like, you know, party resort music. Let's go attune. And talk to the Chocobo Keep. You have an opportunity to do Lev meets here if you want. Alright. Now, to get to the other side here, in Wineport, you have to go north, alright? And then there's a little ferry dock that'll take you over to this other island here. You could come up through Lower Lenosia too, which would probably be easier actually. Nah, that's a farther run actually. All right. Since we're in Eastern Lenosia, make sure I don't have any Bloodshore. Oh, let's go get these Apkalus. I know where those things are. They're little birds. They're not too far from the port-in place. They look like little penguins to me. Ah, there we go. Oh, I got an Apkalu egg out of that. Looks like I gotta kill 5 of these. And they are connected sometimes to these wind sprites. Or each other. Okay, 4. I only need 1 more. Yep, I'm gonna get another one joining me. Oh, no, okay, okay. Let's check our Lancer hunt log while we're at it. Yeah, okay. Seeing as we're here. As you can see, I have my buff here. My buffs are here where I can see them. Oh, I only had to kill like 3 of those? Okay. I don't know why it's 3 for Lancer and 5 for Bard. I think that's it for Eastern Lenosia. Yep, that's it. Most of the rest of them are in Western Lenosia. Alright. Or Western Thanaline, I mean. I can read good. This buffalo hit kind of hard. This is a really pretty area. You can see far to the north there's some fencing there. That actually is an Imperial stronghold there. Going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yeah. I'm going to unlock the wine port Aetheryte, even though our location actually is to the south. It's always good to unlock the Aetheryte points. And the Chocobo Keep. Didn't mean to do that. And more love meat opportunities here. They're a good way to get XP on some alternate jobs. There's people laying on the picnic table asleep. I think he may have had one too many sips. It is called Wineport for a reason. There's a winery here. And now we're just going to go south. Trying to avoid nasties along the way. Cork bulbs. Some of these creatures are hilarious. I really don't want to be in that one. Want to get to where I'm getting. Glad these goobos are neutral. All right. You can see here, there's an up arrow here. And it's a little annoying to find sometimes. I think it's up on top of this rock. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I see where the destination is. It's up top here. You can see a little thing called destination. And kind of have to jump, which of course is my nemesis because I fail at jumping. All right. Have your chocobo out. It's very helpful. Step out of that. I could hit them all at once, but I'd rather kill each one individually quickly to limit the number of stings we gotta get out of. Technically DPS loss, but when you're alone, who cares, right? Alright, report to Jahantal. Let's go back to Quarry Mill. Yeah, when you're in group content, if you have like 3 or more ads that, and you're a DPS, it's better to use the AoE skills in general. Not every class is a little bit different on when you use a single target skill versus an AoE skill. But when you're doing it solo, it might be better to kill them individually quickly. It is so mean putting a kid trap there. and asking somebody who's like level 25 or 30 to talk to him. It's just mean. Welcome back, Gav. In your eyes, I see a layer of understanding, of regret, and of futility. And in your heart, it now echoes with strains of an old song newly discovered. Embrace this song, and as you play it in battle, shall ever more powerful emotions beset and temper your soul. When your stock of tales has grown, pray, return, and regale me with stories of your adventures. Ooh, I leveled up there. Yay! Let's go to little Ala Mhigan. I looked at my hunt log. I really need to kill 2 more creatures out here. And I want to get that out of the way, since I'm right here and I don't want to forget. I think they're right around the corner here. Bunch of cacti. Yep, this is the one I needed. Oh, those are big bosses over there. I don't think I want to aggro them. Alright. Somehow I missed 2 of them earlier. I thought I had the hunt log done, and I apparently didn't. These things happen. Alright. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Mefred? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised! Whoever you are, Mefred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. The Bear and the Youngin's Cares is the name of this one. Oh, I get lime green dye with that. And some high potion, not bad. Gundobald is willing to share with you what he knows of the masked stranger. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near little Ala Mhigan of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. There's a couple here. A masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundobald sent you? Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and, you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me to not think I'm in for it. Alright. I know the other ones are over on this side. We're actually going to go up this ramp because I'm pretty sure one's up top here. And that way I can just jump down to get to the next one. Or maybe not. Yep, they're both down here. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. Tailbot, or Talabot. There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious-like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble, mark me words. Some of my FC mates came in. Let's go back to Gundabald. So, you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Ala Mhigan. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Ala Mhigan had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. All right. Spine drops? No. I guess it gives you your spine back. I don't know. We're going to take the high potion. Rimfing. You know, this has got to be, like, really uncomfortable. It's like, there's no armor there, man. Hey, adventurer, you done talking with that old bear? I got a message for you from Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Well, let's go over to the north there. I find Ala Mhigan really confusing. And I'm sure there's some easy way in and out and all the directions and all that, but it is what it is. Oh my, I don't want to attack them. It was a bad idea to come in here. Here's Wilred. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Curl got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him! Thanks, Wilred. I should have expected a fight. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. I'm going to quick travel back, just because I don't want to run through a bunch of shit. Alright, then back to Gundabal. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Ugh, left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. I have all of this stuff. So I'm just going to take the silver piece, actually. Gundabal needs your help to rein in the young ones of Little Ala Mhigan. So, big trouble in Little Ala Mhigan. Wilred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabal, Bertliana, God's preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Ala Mhigans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilred, he saw me outside. He was so angry. Gundabald says, I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. I don't think I can change my glamour plate in here. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. I'm finding that the pauldrons on that Emmerich outfit are like hiding his face, and I just hate that. Ascertain the youth's intentions. Okay, let's see. Map of Zanrak. Okay. So the orange circle disappeared, so we got whatever it was we needed here. So let's go to the other side of the Little Ala Mhigan. Just a bit, you know, can you really call it a town? It's not really a town. Outpost. It's probably a good name for it, outpost. Alright, I know there's stuff up here. Oh, here's Wilred. Little snot. O mighty Rogger, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Sounds like an emo teen. Riled youth. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the Seven Hells did I put that bloody map? Well, guess what? We've got it in our hands. And I'm not telling you, haha. Riled lass. What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilred to the bitter end, and I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Oh, and a hunting knife. Let's go back to Gundabald. They don't specify the trouble that Berliana suffered, but I think a lot of us can guess. Wonder if she has anything new to say. Don't worry about me. Just being near everyone again eases my heart. Gone? The whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? What's this? A hunting knife? And a map of Zanrak? Wait, you said Wilred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... Oh, by the gods, this is rank madness! The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Alright, we gotta speak with Wilred. Oh, okay, I got these as, dudes to kill. Gotta kill 3 of them. Right, now you can stay up here if you need to, And you won't aggro these guys, so... that's one way of dealing with it. Looks like we have an instance duty. A level sync is in effect. Let's, I want to make sure I have my food buff all the way on. I don't think it'll take longer than 20 minutes, but it's always better to be on the safe side. Wilred, did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We... Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystal to Ralger, to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardmen's cash. But they caught us, and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young ones' transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Ala Mhigan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Kill the ads first. I interrupted that one, yay. Let's kill the pugilist. Gotta be turned. Kill the battle drake. We almost have him. Let's dot him up again. I interrupted it, yeah, but I'm out of interrupts. If it's flashing like that, you can interrupt it. If it's not flashing like that, you can't interrupt it. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to little Ala Mhigan. Wait! We've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralger. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of this sorry tale back in little Ala Mhigan. I dare say Gav will wish to hear it as well. Let's see if I can get into... Since we're right here right now. So, gonna go hop in behind him. Bibimu, welcome to the sunken temple of Karn, or what remains of it at least. Used by ancient Beladians as a place to worship the sun goddess, Azema. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem the Beladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Alright, the Sunken Temple of Karn now accessible. Gonna stop it here for the moment, because my kids are being loud. Alright, let's go speak with Gundabald and see what he has to say. I'm gonna put my food buff back up. I have a new mini pet called the Major General. I did an ocean fishing quest with Cav last night, and it's my first time ocean fishing with, and I had this like level 5 or something fisher. And ocean fishing is like one of the best ways to level up fishing if you want to do that. But I like hit the jackpot in fishing, even though I had this beginner rod and everything. And we hit everything just perfectly in terms of fishing and ocean currents and all that jazz. And I ended up getting 10,000 fishing points out of it, and you get a little you get a mount if you get to 10,000, and I think it's 5,000 where you get this shark mini pet named the Major General, which is really cute. So the Major General is accompanying me today. All right, let's talk to Gundabald. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralgur, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from the squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred, says Gundabald. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Ala Mhigan lives on within all us. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. Okay. I don't know how forgiving anybody can be after somebody tries to kill you, but, you know, my warrior flight is a very accommodating kind of guy. Gundabald says, my thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Ala Mhigan may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Let's take the high potion. I'll have the full 60 minutes on the food buff. Gundobald wants to wish you well on your investigation. Back to square one is the name of this quest. Gundobald wants to wish you well on your investigation. You get lentils and chestnuts for that. Oh, that's a GP and perception. That is a gathering job food buff. So that's kind of handy if you're hopping into the crafting and gathering stuff. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilrud told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. All right, we now report to Minfilia. And we'll do that with the Aetheryte Vesper Bay ticket. I wonder if Tataru has anything to say. Good day, Gav. I trust your investigation is faring well. So far, so good. Alright, nothing new from them, so I assume the other Scions have nothing new to say either. But I'll check after we're done talking to Minfilia to see if they have anything new. Welcome back, Gav. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill in Little Ala Mhigan. So, tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Ascians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. Tataru, all work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. We're going to rest for a whole 2 seconds while I grab the next quest. Terror at Fallgourd. Minfilia has another lead for you to pursue. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Gav. To think that the Ascians have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain view. We must needs uncover their dark designs that we might take measures against them. I'm relying on you, Gav. All right. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrad had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrad. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in the North Shroud. Does she have anything else to say to us? Walking Ones from Ul'dah have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest. Alright, none of them have anything new to say, so... we'll just move on. Terror at Falgard. Speak with Medrod at Falgard Float. Is it like raining here or what? Tension? So you get this little weather bubble on your mini-map over here, and it says tension. I wasn't aware that that was a weather thing. Never seen that before. Ideen, sometimes I wonder which is harder to find, a vein of gold or a good man. But I swear, one day I will find the motherlode. She's not wrong. Finding a good man is not easy. My fellows and I live one day at a time, using the proceeds of the morning's haul to buy the evening's tankard. It is an unpredictable way of life, but I would not exchange it for aught else. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I looked death in the face. It's only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him... You see it's in orange, so that means it's an emote we have to do. We might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Alright, let's type soothe. I think you could press the button up here too. Which is great if you're on a controller, so you don't have to find a keyboard to type it. You're right, it's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. Hang on. Jakey's got to join us. Come on. Yeah, come on. All right. There you go. Yeah. Cuddlebug. When you have a 14-year-old cat, you don't say no to him very much. Because you treasure the moments you get to snuggle with him. He's a great cat. Anyway. He doesn't stay here for long. He just wants his cuddles. Medrod, it was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared to see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instance, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? And if that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Ivarol. Evalrol. That one's a hard one to say. Aye, anything to ensure that we don't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Thanks, Evalrol. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. Got cat hair on my nose there. My friends and I call ourselves gold diggers. Why? Because we dream of striking it rich at a stroke. Alright, it's not that funny. I'll shut up now. That one was funny. Adine has a proposal to make concerning your investigation. So, here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Alright. You just want me to scritch your head. Yeah. I know. Alright. The name of this quest is This Ziz is So Ridiculous. Alright. Oh yeah, you love that, huh? I need to go back up top. Oh, there we are. Oh, didn't mean to hit the hair. Oh, these Ziz are on my hut log too. Nice. How convenient that they're part of my quest and my hunt. Oh, there's a bunch more down below. Okay. See if I need to do them for Lancer also. Doesn't look like it. His are all... The last of his is Western Dandelion. Okay. Alright, let's go back to Fallgourd Float. I don't want to run through a bunch of dire mites because they'll aggro all over the place and want to fight 8,000 things. You've already seen to the Ziz? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Oh my, we got 2 quests here. Idina has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southeast of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Using items on areas. Some key items are used on areas rather than single targets. First, click on the item icon displayed in the duty list. Then, selecting the item, a glowing radius will appear on the ground that can be moved freely with the mouse into the desired position before executing. Let's see what Evar Roll has for us. Evar Roll has information to share regarding your investigation. There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. Cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. So, there's Finder's Bluff. Alright, so we'll tackle both, because they're kind of on the way to each other. Rather than doing one and then coming back and doing the other. Alright. Here's our destination over here. Unfortunately, we're probably going to aggro this dude. Heavy bean might. Problem is, it's so dark in here, it's hard for me to see. I don't imagine we can jump up there either. Okay. My goodness, I'm surprised we didn't aggro that guy. I don't believe we'll be so lucky with the dire mites over here, so let's give them a wide berth. Here's where we got to use our fire stick. Okay, he's clicking in your duty list. You see how it's attached to my mouse cursor. Just hit right click. Or left click, I'm sorry. Oh, we got humming crystals to gather up. I'm sure we have to get all 5, so let's get the one before this clay golem patrols back in. We lucked out. We didn't, like, aggro too much stuff. It's nice. All right, back to Fulgored Float. Talk to Eva roll first. A monstrous banemite appeared and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fulgord. Intentional or no, you have done us great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they are definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Power of Deduction is our next quest. Medrod is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that a killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. Evarol says, I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer here had a run-in with the banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we've been making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods! Of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. Oh, it's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. They all gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Eva roll. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown, lest you have forgotten I was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Search for a maiden's corpse west of Fallgord. All right. We will go back out there. Trying to figure out the best way to get down there. Probably down this way again. Aha, floating eyeball. We want to get out of that. Otherwise we'd be paralyzed. Ooh, mangled corpse with a face missing. That's a little disturbing. Present the ravaged corpse to Ethelmere. There's our serpent sergeant. We got a ravaged corpse as a little lily. Carrying it around in our backpack, man. It's just you. It's just you. Ethelmere says, "Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with?" Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to this horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shard, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. We found a clue. Let's eat another egg. Ethelmere wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mune. Perhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. All right, we are going to go back to Gridania. All right, here we are talking to Mother Mune. Good evening to you, Gav. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Sure, the lily button. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Oh, lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Let's run up to Bernadette. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you got. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Caingaled? I don't know. Caingaled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. To the Lancers Guild we go. Alright, let's talk to Caingaled. Or Caingaled? I don't know, somebody can correct me. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward northwest of here. Wait. A memory comes to me. Of late there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursundel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Alright, let's go, talk to Ursundel. What's up? Over up this way. Apparently we can't go in here. Let's see what Severin says. This district beyond is home to distinguished Gridanians. Commoners may not enter. That includes you, adventurer. Go back whence you came, or I'll be forced to remind you of your place. Okay. I thought Gridania might be a little more egalitarian than that, but no. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. Ah, the sigil of the D'Artancourt family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face? Was it marred in any way? Ah, I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Oh, this is not good. Skeletons in her closet. Ursundale has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the d'Artoncourt. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the, quote, rites of rejuvenation, unquote. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of the body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place. Not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Houck Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Houck Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Wonder if he has anything else for us. The manor I once served in was no less magnificent than those found in Gentry's ward yonder, and magnificent it should be, for it was formerly home to generations of seed-seers. However, the elder seed-seer before the last declared that he needed not such extravagance, and the abode came into the ownership of the d'Artoncourt family. Oh, there's a little bit of lore there. Seek entry into Houck Manor. Central Shroud. Let's go to Bent Branch Meadows. Skeletons in her closet. Our next quest says to seek entry into Houck Manor. All right. And I believe that is a dungeon. There we go. We got to go up top, I think. Run with me, friends, towards the danger. You can turn off mount music, actually, but I really like it, so I keep it on. Oh, these look a little dangerous to me. Okay. Hopeseed Pond. We are probably going to aggro these guys. Trying not to. Alright, we have reached the manor gate. Alright, duty's been added. Let's enter Hawk Manor with a party of NPCs. I've actually never done this before, so we'll be able to see it for the first time. Hang on, I want to do this as a... Wait, let me see. Scion Thaumaturge. Yeah, I'm going to go as Bard on this one. Okay. Nice thing is we don't have to wait for any instant pops. Let's watch our cutscene. It scared me. Alright, this is a haunted house, okay? And as such, it's kind of confusing. But I've been through here before. So you want to go to the left here. Don't pull big. Your healers don't have a lot of way to kill things. It's better to pull small and take your time. I also don't know how good these NPCs are at healing and killing stuff. Now we're going to come in here because we're going to pick up a tiny key. We're going to pick up this tiny key. Let's see if I have any other gear to put on. Okay. Thought I might have had an upgrade of something or other. Trust my axe. Okay. We probably could get this through this faster with an actual group of people, but it is what it is. We have to go into one of these rooms to get through to the next one. Grab another tiny key. And I believe we come around here. I'm gonna pull them back so we got a little bit more time before that maidservant patrols back in. We're using wide volley here. See that eye? Anytime you see that eye, you want to turn away from it if you're in its area of effect, all right? Or step out of the area of effect. So here it's only conal, so we don't have to worry about having to turn away. All right, we're gonna... Let's not waste any time with this one. Okay, let's not. We're gonna give us a Mage's Ballad to give us a little buff. Damage dealt is increased. Let's get out of the Void Fire. These guys aren't bad for just NPC fighters, other than their DPS is kind of eh. Get out of the Dark Mists. You don't have to be very far out of the circle. As long as you're not in the circle at all, you won't get hit. You can stand an inch away or a mile away, and it has the same effect. We're actually going to come back to the ivy door here. Green key, green ivy. Okay. That helps. So you turn around. It's not intuitive. Wait a minute. Did they have a treasure box in there for us? Yeah, they did. Okay. Let's go see what's in the treasure coffer. I completely missed it. Usually when you have a treasure coffer, you go in that direction, right? But not in this case. It's a little tricky that way. Now, when you're doing this with a group, usually you just jump over the side here, but I don't know if my NPCs will do that, so... Probably would help if I dotted some of these. We got our limit break. I want to say we go around this way. Dot him up, do more damage. I don't know if we have to get a key in here, or... So let's... We might as well pick up these tiny keys, right? Doesn't hurt to have them. This wide volley will turn into a new skill eventually. Pretty... Yeah, we have to get the yellow key out of here. Okay. I hit my bloodletter because that helps proc straight shot. Bloodletter is an OGCT once it comes out. You can use it anytime. Right now, if you come the other way, you can't get up over this. So, because they want you to go around and get all the enemies, right? Otherwise, people would just go to that door and be done, right? All right. We are going to hit the Manor Jester first before we hit the Steward. Okay? I'm going to dot both, though. Yeah, I got it interrupt off. Yes, I love interrupting it, being successful at it. Keep dotting them up. We want to kill the Jester first because he does a lot of damage. And I don't think I can order these guys to pick one, so they're of course working on the Steward. Ooh, bloody parchment. I think we can use this. Okay. Oh, it's giving you little hints too, so if you don't know what to do, you can talk to these guys, or hopefully see the hint. I don't know if it shows up. Oh yeah, it shows up in your regular conversation. It'll say, I think we can use this flow of magic to return to the manor entrance, which is what you need to do. Okay. Used to be you had to go like run around and go back up the stairs and around and all that jazz. Well, they put a nice portal in there for us. Sealed barrier. Stay out of that dread gaze. See how he's moving out? Oh, he got out of that just in time. Okay, once you do enough damage to him, he goes into this room. All right, here's Lady Ala Mhigan. Let's go get her. Okay. Oh, we want to stay out of the way of the eye, so I stand between him and her, because then I'm pointed away. Fortunately, our Conjurer did the same, because our Thaumaturge did not. Okay, take the Lady's Handmaid. Need to kill her as quickly as we can. Back to Lady Ala Mhigan. Just void calling. We cannot interrupt that. It wasn't flashing. Alright. I should have turned away. Turn away, turn away. There we go. It's a tank buster. Another eyeball. Get out of the mist. Uh-oh. Turn away, turn away. Yeah. Good job, Scions. I interrupted that one. Nice. Level up. I love the wiggling ears. Oh, we learned Barrage. That's a nice skill. Scion Thaumaturge defeats the Lady's Handmaiden. And my spirit bond is complete, so I'm going to take care of that right away. Alright, I think we would have been waiting longer for a Q to pop than if we had just done it this way with the trust system. That worked actually pretty well. I'm kind of tickled about that. Darkness has taken root within these halls. This is our La Habrea. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Oh, there's two of them. Ascian of the 12th Staff. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. All right. Report to Ursendale. Okay, let's go back to New Gridania. Take a quick break. All right, report to Ursendale. If I remember, he's over to that Lancers Guild, right? Yeah, that's the fastest way to get to him. Yep, going the wrong way. Although it might have been okay to go either way, actually. Hauk Manor, I think, is probably based on... Make sure I got her name right. So based on Countess Elizabeth Bathory of FFXIV. Who is reportedly tortured and murdered hundreds of young women in the 16th and 17th century. And supposedly bathed in their blood. So there's shades of Elizabeth Bathory. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she find peace in the world beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they seem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. So I was putting a gold seller on a mute list. Otherwise we gotta watch. I report them too, by the way. Always report the gold sellers. Those guys are nothing but hazards to accounts. And, you know, once Square Enix knows who the gold sellers are, they can trace who the gold sellers are giving gold to. So it's a risk to your account to buy from gold sellers. Ursendel, so dutifully did I serve my lady in happier times, only to forsake her when she needed me most. My failures will forever haunt me, and yet with your brave deeds, mayhap my lady's tormented soul will find peace after so many years of woe. Alright, report to Lady Minfilia. I got some level 30 items, none of which I can really use, but I might put into my armory chest anyway. Either I'll turn them in for company seals later on, or I will deconstruct them, desynthesize. I think it's desynthesis in Final Fantasy XIV, deconstruction in Star Wars The Old Republic, which I played a lot of. A lot. Good evening, Gav. I trust your investigation is faring well. Yes it is. If Thancred doesn't have anything new, the other ones probably don't have anything new to say either. Enter the solar. This camera thing is jacked up, I tell you. Welcome back, Yav. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? Two of La Habrea's minions? And they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We've gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Oh, I wonder what skeletons. Okay, we got 5 points for completing it. All right. Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow Scions on a new development, Wrath of the Titan.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Yes and no. What a useless answer, Minfilia.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
Is that even a question? I don't think so. Yeah, we will accept. We're not going to back down.
We can't very well send him to Limsalo Minsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Thank you for agreeing to handle Titan and the kobolds. As Y'shtola mentioned, the mission will be fraught with danger, so we will want to spare no preparation. I shall look forward to your triumphant return, as shall all your comrades. Go with the blessing of the crystal. Alright, now we got Ascians on the loose and Primal to kill. Darius still. No matter one's past transgressions, all who have seen the dream are welcome, even men such as we. I have heard offers such as these before. All were not more than bait for the hangman's noose. I wonder what that's all about. Fremont, looking for his brothers. Looks like the antecedents found herself a good crop of aspiring heroes. I reckon Eorzea will be all right as long as these fine folk are around to protect her. Clive says, I'm told you are one of our finest, Gav. I suspect we will see much more of each other in the future. I don't know. Maybe. As the primals fall, so do our spirits soar. Though mine aid be but modest, I nonetheless am heartened in my duties. Okay. Wedge, I don't want to believe that Master Garland is dead, but the chief wasn't the type to cut and run off. He would have gone to Cartano. He would have been there when Dalamud fell, which means he might not be with us after all. Biggs, if there's anything we could do to help, no matter how small, just ask. Broken carriage axle, cracked barrel, hells, even a leaky bucket. Say the word and we'll fix it. Guarding Neuraxia is a prestigious duty indeed. Arnvald is right to be excited. But he has never crossed swords with a Garlean before. I worry what will happen if he is forced to confront his father's countrymen. Gav, have you heard? I've been chosen to serve as Neuraxia's bodyguard. There have been increasing reports of Imperial activity in Thanalan, and so the antecedent insists that our guest be escorted whenever venturing outside. I know how hard you, of all people, work to endear us to the Sylphs. I swear to you that I will guard our honored guests with my life and not allow your efforts to come to naught. Let's repair our armor. Harry Bear says, with this many people here, we need a culinarian of our own. We can't subsist on rations and preserved foodstuff forever. Heplimo. Ida is on her way to Gridania to request aid of the Order of the Twin Adder. In the meantime, we must learn all we can of the Primal Titan. Literature may yield us the odd morsel of useful information, but there is no surer way than to seek the former members of the Company of Heroes. Noraxia? Wait. This one has finally figured out a way to make walking ones be quiet. What does Friendly One think? This one is very convincing, yes? Okay. That is a weird outfit. Sure, why not? Does Tatarus have anything else? Nope. Speak with Rashat Riki. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Limsa. I'm gonna queue us for a daily roulette. And I don't want to get into a conversation yet because I can't remember how long those are. So let's see what we have for turn-ins today for the daily timers. Next mission allowance. You can make a maple cane, a bronze pickaxe, a bronze barboo, bone brand, leather leggings, hempen bandana, maple wand, and mint lassie. Some of these I can just buy, actually. Be cheaper than making them all. See what we have for Kakuru bean and pond mussel. Oh, we can buy those too, okay. But, we can buy them for 8 pence. I only need 10, so sorry. Sorry, Ron. What is our other one? Pond mussel. Okay. $9,000? Oh my god. 9,000 for a fish. The thing is with my fisher, I'm now at a much higher level, so the items I have to gather are much higher level too. Okay, mint lassie. I don't have mint lassie done. Let's see how much those are. I might make that. Can buy it for 11. Let's see how much, what it would take to make it. Galago mint and Aldgold milk. It's on our list of it's on our list of items that will get extra seals for turn-ins, so having a high quality version would be nice, but I'm not in any rush to do this. So I can buy it for 11 gil and they're selling it for 20. That's crazy. Well, it's not so crazy, but no items found, so we're going to buy that one at the vendor. Or maybe make it. I don't know. What do we got? Maple wand. Growth Formula Alpha and Maple Branch. Yeah, why don't we make that one? Maple Lumber and Growth Formula Alpha? Sure. Why don't we make those? Wonder if our culinarian has Mint Lassie. Yep, they do. Got all the stuff in my inventory already. We may as well use it. We're going to switch back to a Dragoon, so if I get a pop, which I don't think will happen. Ooh, there you go. Tree Whisperer. Oh, how many seals do we have now? Oh, we're not too far. Might go out to some fates. I'm thinking we might be able to get some seals from that. Oh, we'll get 300 seals just doing the leveling roulette. Let's go to Aleport. All right, we've got a pop for Duty Roulette. Let's see what we got for dungeon today. Maybe it might be our new one. Oh. I'm the melee DPS in here, so I'll have the limit break duty. Excuse me, unless one of the other players decides to take it, which happens sometimes. Or we kill it. It's more likely that we're going to kill it before we ever get to LB1. I always say thank you for party, and TYFP is thank you for party, or GG, good game. Oh, somebody gave me oh, the nice thing is we can go back up here and finish this fate now. This is 40% done. Got 178 storm seals from that. How many do I have now? Let's see how many. 3,800, almost 3,900. All right. Oh, 28 minute. That one's a little, yeah, I don't want to risk that one. I'll go back to Aleport. Do I have 4,000? Yes. Okay. Let's go back to Limsa. Here, Storm Private First Class. To qualify for Storm Corporal, you must fulfill the following requirements. Confirm. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Corporal. May you ever serve the best interests of Limsa Limenza till sea swallows all. All right. Good to see you, Corporal Tia. Ah, see. They already promoted me there. Yeah, nice. The Scion sent word that you were on your way. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamuro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Ooh, it's the Admiral. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Corporal Tia. Right proud am I to call you one of our own. Y'shtola, forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Gav personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Hagen and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. Y'shtola, I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominzans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the peacemen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. Rashat says, I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Merlvib says, stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral, says Y'shtola. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Corporal. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. Y'shtola says, that the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. Rashat says, the company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosia. Y'shtola, quite why a mercenary would choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Ooh, Shadows Uncast? Oh, I have to be Storm Sergeant First Class. Speak with Tractum. Alright. We're going to call it here for today, cats and kittens. I have a cat joke for you. Why was the cat sitting on the computer? He wanted to keep an eye on the mouse. I will leave you with that Mama Cat Gamer joke as we sign out. You'll have a good night, and until next time, have a great one.